Welcome back students. Today we will discuss about the characteristic features of kingdom Plantae, Animalia, lichens and fungi. So let's start with the first topic, that is kingdom Plantae. Kingdom Plantae includes all eukaryotic chlorophyll containing organisms. Few members are partially heterotrophic, such as insectivorous plants or parasitic plants, but the major mode of nutrition in the members of kingdom Plantae is autotrophic mode of nutrition, in which they can prepare or synthesize their own food in the presence of sunlight with the help of CO2, H2O, and chlorophyll. Some common examples of insectivorous plants which feed basically on insects are bladderwort and nepenthes, which is also called as pitcher plant. Then some common examples of parasitic plants are cuscuta and sandalwood. In the members of kingdom Plantae, the cell wall is mainly composed of cellulose. It also contains lignin, pectin, suberin, and hemicellulose. Kingdom Plantae includes algae, there is multicellular algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms, and flowering plants included in the category of angiosperms. Life cycle of plants has two distinct phases, the diploid sporophytic and the haploid gametophytic, that alternate with each other. This phenomena in which a diploid generation alternate with a haploid gametophytic stage is called as the alternation of generation. It is the characteristic feature of the members of kingdom Plantae. As you can see in the diagram, process of alternation of generation is shown by a flowering plant in which a sporophytic plant produce both male and female gametes, that is megaspore and microspores, or ova and pollen grains or anthers. When these two male and female gametes get combined, they form a zygote, which is a diploid stage, and it is the onset of a diploid sporophytic condition of the plant body. And then cleavage or cell division takes place in the zygote, and further it develops into a sporophytic plant body. The phase of the life in which it remains as gametes, this phase is called as the haploid gametophytic stage or generation. Moving on to the next, kingdom Animalia. Members of kingdom Animalia are basically heterotrophic in nature. They directly or indirectly depends on plants to obtain their food. They digest their food in an internal cavity and store food reserves as glycogen or fat. They are generally feeding on the solid food material. This mode of nutrition is called as the holozoic nutrition. The growth in the members of kingdom Animalia is remain confined up to a certain age or time period. They grow into adults with definite shape and size. Higher forms shows elaborate sensory and neuromotor mechanisms so that they can respond according to their environmental conditions. Most of the members of kingdom Animalia are capable of locomotion, but few members, like the members of phylum Porifera and some chordates, they do not show locomotion. The sexual reproduction takes place by copulation of male and female, followed by the embryological development. Now, moving on to the characteristic features of viruses, viroids, prions, and lichens. As you can see in the comparison table, that in viruses, genetic material, that is nucleic acid, is present either in the form of single-stranded DNA, double-stranded DNA, single-stranded RNA, or double-stranded RNA, while viroids contain only single-stranded RNA, while prions do not contain nucleic acids or the genetic material. Viruses shows presence of a protein capsid or envelope, while viroids and prions do not have a protein capsid. In viruses, proteins are present in their capsid. Viroids do not contain any protein, while prions are the small molecular weight protein molecules. Viruses can be visible under electron microscopes, while viroids can be seen by nucleotide sequence identification, while the presence of prions can be identified by the damage to the host cell. Viruses affected by heat and protein denaturing agents, while there is no effect on viroids and prions on the temperature changes. Viruses affects bacteria, plants and animals, while viroids mostly affects plants, while prions only affects mammals. These are some common examples of viruses, viroids, virions and prions. Moving on to the next, let us discuss lichens. Lichens are the symbiotic association between the algae and a fungi. The algae component is known as the phycobiont and the fungal component is known as the mycobiont. The algal component is autotrophic in nature due to the presence of chlorophyll. Hence, it provides food to the fungal member of the symbiosis. While fungal member, being heterotrophic or decomposer in nature, feed on the organic substances present in the surrounding. Hence, it supply prepared organic food directly to the algal member of the association. Lichens are considered as a very good pollution indicators as they do not grow in polluted areas. Hence, they are used to identify the sulfur pollution in atmosphere of a particular place. Here are some types of lichens. These are crustose lichen, foliose lichen and fruticose lichen. Thank you very much, students. Now the chapter is over. Thanks for watching.